Good morning and welcome to the latest edition of The Road to Recovery. In today's episode, we'll continue to update the Snowy Monero community on how bushfire recovery is progressing here in our region. Shortly, we'll have a chat with Gabriella from OzHarvest. This week, OzHarvest brought their mobile food markets to 3 towns in our region to continue supporting residents as they recover from the summer bushfires. We'll learn more about what the markets entailed and when they plan to return to our region in the not-so-distant future. This weekend, your local RFS brigade is preparing to host a Get Ready weekend. This might be in person or online to meet COVID-19 restrictions. We'll have more details for you in today's program, and we'll also let the women of the Snowy Monero know about Women Community Connect Days that are being run by the Monero Family Support Service. There is plenty to get through on today's episode of The Road to Recovery. Joining us today on The Road to Recovery is Gabriella from the wonderful organisation OzHarvest. Gabriella is the project lead for the fantastic initiative that is the OzHarvest mobile market. And Gabriella, good morning and thank you for your time today.
Good morning, Nathan, and listeners. Thank you so much for having us on air.
And how did the OzHarvest mobile market come about?
Certainly. So off the back of some emergency food aid New South Wales government grants, in late April we were able to secure funding specifically for a regional food relief project. So that kick-started us, even though we had the idea for some years. So it was a bit of a silver lining off the back of what has been obviously a horrendous run of months for regional New South Wales towns. And the way it started is that we kind of started contacting a lot of businesses and local lead contacts from organisations as varied as church groups, existing local pantries, the CWA, Blaze Aid, Anglicare, to connect the dots and really find out from people who live and breathe these towns what is needed, where and how we could help.
So Gabriella, OzHarvest has been an incredible presence this week in the Snowy Monero region, helping bushfire-affected communities. Could you tell us a little bit more about how the mobile market is operating in our region and how it has been assisting people?
And we have really loved getting to meet a whole range of people throughout the Snowy Monero region. So towns such as Nibbinabel, Numaralla and Bredbo, even across to Batlow and Tumbarumba. The communities there have been so welcoming when we've rung around and indeed visited in person to find out how we could be of assistance. And what we have been doing and continue to do is arrive in a town at a time that is, coordinated with those lovely local representatives. And we create a pop-up market, usually for about an hour to an hour and a half, whether anyone in a household that is doing it tough for a number of reasons I can go into, they're invited to come along and not only access healthy, fresh fruit and vegetables that have been sourced locally, but also, as we know is so important and hard to do at these times, connect and have a chat, whether it's with our team or bumping into neighbours they might not have seen for a while, just having that chance to, get out and share what's going on with them and see some friendly faces. That is also what our market provides.
So, Gabriella, who can access the OzHarvest mobile markets?
Nathan, we welcome anyone to come along that is doing it tough at the moment. And, of course, the bushfires have really defined 2020, unfortunately. We are, of course, aware that our food is helpful to people who may have been going through challenges like social isolation or job loss, mental health challenges, physical isolation as well. So really anyone who is doing it tough, not only those who may have lost part of their property. Of course, any households that have lost property are very welcome to come as well.
And in the 4 months that the OzHarvest mobile markets has been operating, you've managed to reach many, many places throughout New South Wales. Could you tell us a little bit more about the places you've been to?
Absolutely. We've really, been so lucky to get out and see this incredible state more and more. So we've covered places, for example, in the northwest, Corindai, Boggabri, Manila, Curlewis, among many others. And in the south, of course, the towns I mentioned in the snowy region, but also, Wyndham and Kaya, Mogo, and a lot of south coast locations as well. So in total, we're now visiting on a regular basis, whether that is fortnightly or monthly, 28 towns across New South Wales. In total, in those 4 months, that has equated to 114 pop-up market events.
When can locals expect to see OzHarvest back in our region?
Glad you asked. So please keep an eye out for us coming through on the week commencing Monday the 28th of September. And from there, every fortnight, due to our suppliers, our local fruit and veg suppliers, at times our schedule shuffles a little bit, but our website is always updated with the coming week's time and place.
Well, Gabriella, thanks very much for joining us on today's edition of The Road to Recovery and for providing us with a fantastic update on what OzHarvest is doing in our region.
Thank you so much for having me, Nathan. It's been a real pleasure.
This coming weekend, the New South Wales RFS is hosting its Get Ready Weekend. Your local brigade may be involved in a Get Ready Weekend activity taking place on September 19 and September 20. Are you ready to take the first step in being better prepared for the coming bushfire season? If you are, then this weekend is for you. The Get Ready Weekend provides an opportunity for you to engage with your local fire brigade, find out more about the bushfire risk in your area, and plan and prepare for the coming bushfire season. This year, brigades will be offering a number of ways to participate in the Get Ready Weekend, from fire station events to discussing your fire plan online. So get in contact with the Monero Team Rural Fire Service to find out what brigade in your area is running a Get Ready Weekend event. You can contact the Monero Team Rural Fire Service on 6455 0455. That's 6455 0455. The New South Wales RFS is also encouraging people eager to participate in this weekend's events to check out your local brigade on Facebook. A number of local RFS brigades in the snowy Monero run excellent Facebook pages. They keep them up to date, and you'll be able to find out more information about a Get Ready Weekend event in your area. The Monero Family Support Service will launch the first of a number of Women Community Connect Days this weekend. Women of the Rockton community are encouraged to come along to meet one another, gather, share stories and support each other. The first of the Women Community Connect Days is taking place on Saturday, the 19th of September at the Bombala Community Centre. The day will run from midday to 4 p.m. with lunch and afternoon tea included. The Women Community Connect is on tour. It's starting for Rockton women this Saturday, and the following weekend, women of the Bumbalong and Collinton communities will be invited along to their own Women Community Connect Days. This program has been made possible through a recent bushfire recovery grant that the Monero Family Support Service received. If you are a woman in the Rockton community and you would like to come along to the Community Connect Day this Saturday, then please RSVP. You can do so by contacting a bushfire recovery officer on 1300 345 345. That's 1300 345 345. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, places are limited, so if you're keen to come along to a Community Connect Day, then please RSVP as soon as possible. If you'd like to learn more about the region's bushfire recovery journey or services available to support you and your family, then please get in contact with the Snowy Monero Bushfire Recovery Team. You can do so by calling 1300 345 345. That's all for today's edition. Thank you for your company. We'll be back at the same time, same place next week. But for now, take care.